In this time, when everything seems to be breaking down around us, as nation-states fail, as corruption reveals itself to run as deep as we can imagine, as the Earth's climate barrels into chaos, and as the biosphere of the Earth unravels before our eyes, now is the time for people to gather from all over the world to learn how to live in harmony with their life place. I want to start by welcoming you to the Barichara immersion, which begins now. I want you to notice where you are, because you are standing on a sacred site of the Guane people and other speakers of the Chukcha language family who engaged in cultural exchanges in this place for thousands of years. Because Barichara, the name Barichara, is a Guane word which means a place to rest, a place to come for deep connection, a place of healing. What we're going to do today is begin a process that's going to last all week. We gathered with 40 people from all over the world in Barichara, Colombia, in the northern Andes, to experience 5 days of weaving and connecting directly with our bodies, with our hearts, with our minds, around what it means to truly regenerate an entire forest, multiple watersheds, to create an economy that functions in harmony with nature, and to do all of this at the bioregional scale. Look at those clouds. That is the cloud forest. Those clouds are there every single day of the year. If you're on the other side of those mountains, you're in a cloud forest. It's like raining all the damn time. It's misty and foggy. But notice how abruptly it becomes dry because we're in what's called the rain shadow. The rain shadow is when the moist air rises up, makes clouds and rain, drops all that moisture, but the air keeps going, and the dry air moves on the other side. This is not only a place of community reforestation, education for children, a native forest with beautiful endemic species. It's also a living laboratory on the scale of about 500,000 hectares of a well-defined regional climate system that could be actively restored through reforestation.
Coming from Canada, we have lots of forests. And coming here, seeing the different climate, how it's different, and then how they're making the forests and planting the trees and bringing back the good soil is really interesting. I live on a regenerative farm back home, so it's just cool to see their different practices.
The more we can learn to reconnect, the more power we have as a collective to be able to change that situation and to be able to forge a different path for ourselves and for our planet.
Members of the Design School for Regenerating Earth gathered in Barichara, Colombia, to experience regenerative education for children. The illusion that humans are separate from the rest of nature, which happens in a lot of ways. One of the ways it happens is by putting human beings in boxes called rooms and studying the world by not being in the world. And for us to learn what it means to create mutual aid based on love and care as a way to create an economy, as we did in a place called Casa Comunes.
Delicious. Inspiring.
Basically, these are all conditions of a healthy community, no? Like how the main center is how we become or how we have a well-being community, how we can have a sense of well-being in community.
This part, the kitchen, is like the laboratory,
we believe that we have a center of transformational laboratory, so we really believe that.
We envision in the future to be able to receive everything that comes through this door. We are not yet ready to do that, no? And it's also super sad sometimes that people come with product and we don't have the capacity to receive everything all the time.
And to see that even the most degraded and damaged land can be restored with love, knowledge, and sustained action over the span of multiple years, something we learned about at the nature reserve Origen del Agua.
We plant during the wet seasons, and we plant resistant species, and we use methods here, and we plant with the children of this territory so that they get to be a part of this project. There used to be giant trees all over this territory, all over this particular area that don't exist. And so there's a little bit of vision that we need when we look at a land like this. And we need to remember that it was very different before. And we need to have that vision when we're planning the regeneration of it.
I think what has really been brought home to me is that bioregioning is a process. So also in the Netherlands where I live, there are so many initiatives, thousands, and everybody is tending their own project. But the layer that is missing is the connection in between and from the land and from the community.
We also realize that in order to regenerate our cultures, we must recover the memory of each place and give voice to the stories that are invisible, the stories that go unheard. And in the beautiful work of Fundación Cultural Ojo de Agua, we explored the lifestyle of the campesino people that is at risk of extinction because their stories are not being heard.
Somebody said that the universe is not made of atoms, but stories.
My name is Benya Basichis. I live in the Front Range of Colorado, in the Boulder Valley. And what's been so cool about this immersion is getting to actually feel and experience firsthand what some of these systems can look like and feel like in person. It's one thing to have a theoretical sense of what regeneration looks like, but throughout this week we've seen examples of education, we've seen examples of ecosystem regeneration, cultural regeneration, and there's this palpable sense of, oh, okay, this is a North Star that I should be looking for as I'm doing work in my own bioregion.
And as we explored the various threads of regeneration to restore forest, to be able to bring water back to dry land, and to bring hope and love and support to people who have been scarred by a history of economic and social violence. We see that the construction of peace and the regenerative processes of Barichara, Colombia have much to teach the world. And that the members of this group who gathered with us for 5 days can now journey back to their homelands in North America, South America, Europe, and beyond, to bring these learnings and these relationships to the regenerative work that they do. Because our larger vision is not only to regenerate this beautiful territory in Barichara, Colombia, but actually to build a planetary network of bioregions and to help regenerate the entire planet, to regenerate the Earth as a whole. We hope that you'll join us. Now is the time, and beautiful things are happening everywhere.